Hey everyone, Garrett from Xemelgo showing our warehousing and distribution demo here at Automate in Chicago. Come on in, let's take a look. So we're here at a dock door. We're going to talk about a couple different ways to ship and receive products. First, I'm standing underneath an ATR 7000, and what this is designed to do is capture directionality of pallet or returnable container level goods receipt or outbound shipments, and this can actually cover 2 dock doors. So on this cart here, we have a permanent RFID tag on this. So as this cart is coming or going, we know exactly what dock door it went out of and whether it was coming or going from our facility. To validate shipments at the carton level, we see folks using portals like this one, which have a Zebra reader inside to validate the contents as it's coming or going out of your facility. So to show that, we're going to select which dock door we're at, which can also be done on a forklift mounted tablet like this one. So we'll select the right dock door. We'll also pull down what should be on this order through an ERP or a WMS integration to get our ASN or tracking number. And that has all the right part numbers and quantities that are expected on this order, whether it's coming or going. So if I start my scan, these portals are gonna read what's here. And we see we captured all 4 items there. If I hit submit on this, right, we have an incomplete order. We're gonna see, hey, we don't have all the right stuff here. This stack light will turn red, and only when we have all the right items will that stack light turn green, and it'll mark everything as complete so that we can submit this, and we know that our shipment is completely validated, whether it's coming into our facility from a supplier or going out to a customer. For order validation at the item level, where everything is uniquely tagged with RFID, we've got a couple options. We've seen in distribution centers, folks put an RFID reader at each pack bench so they can do the same thing we just showed with the carton level with a stack light, make sure the right items are in the box going outbound in an e-commerce order. We can also do, whether we're shipping or receiving, use a mobile reader, so you don't need the fixed infrastructure to do validations. So all these items here are uniquely tagged with RFID. This is our order manifest here that we're going to validate. So I'm going to close up the box, and let's pretend that this is coming into our facility, into the back of the store or into a customer location. And we're going to use a Zebra reader with a built-in RFID scanner. These also have cellular, so again, you don't need Wi-Fi or fixed infrastructure. I'm going to scan the tracking number on this, which will pull up the order manifest, again, through integration into your backend system. And if I start my scan, here's all the items that we see here that should be inside this box. And without opening the carton, we can start our scan and validate what's in here. And we're gonna see, hey, we got everything. We got a partial on one item. That's because we're missing something. We grab all the items that we need, continue our scan here. We can fully validate the shipment and know that we have all the right items in the box. In Xemelgo, you can manage your inventory across locations in one dashboard that easily integrates into your backend systems. If I click into our Chicago location here, we're going to see everything that we have set up here at this trade show. I'm going to jump into our warehouse because that's where we have all these item tags, and we can see that we have 268 items. We've got some things that are in stock, low stock, out of stock, and if I scroll down, this is everything that's in that warehouse. So for every item that's in here, they're all uniquely identified with their own RFID tag. They've got their own metadata, so we can track things like date created, date received, lot number, expiration date if it has one, and the full transaction history. So this information will be pulled down from your backend system. The transaction history will be pushed back up. I'm here in our warehouse where we have hundreds of items uniquely tagged with RFID. These are the same items that we see in our warehouse in the Xemelgo software, and this information can be pulled from your backend system like an ERP or WMS to say what quantities and what part numbers are we expecting here in our warehouse location. Now, if we wanted to do a full inventory audit, bring the full team in on a weekend, that's the old way of doing things. Or maybe you're doing cycle count and you give your team a list of here's the A, B, or C stock items you need to count today. And folks will go out maybe with a pencil and paper, or they do a barcode scan, they start scanning individual items. But if they come back from break or something and they scan the same one, now our count's wrong and our inventory is off. With RFID, we don't have any of those challenges. We can uniquely count all the items here. So I'm gonna go ahead and start my inventory scan. These are the same 268 items that we're looking for and we see here on web. And as I start my scan, you can see I already captured 250 of them in just a couple seconds. If I continue my scan, I've got items again kind of all over here. In my point of use location, all these items are individually tagged. And you can see I've got 6 items left, 4 items left. They're here, right? So we just completed, I got to 0. We just completed a complete full inventory audit of everything in our warehouse location in just a few seconds. That's the power of RFID, and Xemelgo is making that all possible. Here I'm showing off one of the latest innovations from the Xemelgo engineering team. This is an RFID kiosk, and what it allows us to do is do transactions on inventory, or tools, or other assets to know who took what, or do things like return something to stock in a retail environment, or transfer things from one location to another, or even a simple checkout of all the items that I'm taking walking out of the stockroom location. So if I go up and I just start grabbing some items, I've got 2 pairs of glasses, 2 different pairs of gloves, and a safety vest. And we can see here are the items that just pulled up on the screen here. I also have an RFID tag built into my employee badge. And so what this will allow me to do is I'm Garrett and it knows who took what, submit the transaction, so this will go into our backend system, and I can just walk out of this area with these items and it knows who took them.